Star Eater scales are hunter exotic boots and come with the devastating perk called the Feast of Light, in which you can supercharge your super to cause more than 90% more damage. Well, today I'm going to have a look at the exotic hunter boots, their benefits, plus how to get Star Eater scales, and put together a nice hunter build to get you ready for endgame PVE content in Destiny 2. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And if you enjoy this week in video games content, then consider becoming a channel member by hitting that join button down below. Well, Star Eater scales are exotic hunter leg armour introduced in Season of the Splicer. So let's check out the main perks. We've got Feast of Light, where you gain additional super energy from orbs of power that you pick up. And while your super energy is full, picking up an orb of power overcharges your super, causing you to gain a burst of healing when cast and bonus to your super damage. And at maximum overcharge, you also gain an overshield. So Star Eater scales did receive a pretty hefty nerf at the start of Season of the Splicer, but they're still very, very effective. So these exotic boots for the hunter allow you to deal a massive amount of burst damage to a single target, so they're great for going up against raid bosses or nightfall bosses and other endgame PvE content. So when you collect an orb of power whilst you have your super, this is going to increase the damage to a maximum of 90% if you collect 8 orbs, and this is going to be pretty tricky to do consistently, so you're more than likely to get a 30 to 50% increase to damage each time when you pick up those orbs of power. Well, next up, let's check out how to get Star Eater scales in Destiny 2. So Star Eater scales is one of the newer exotic pieces of armour introduced in the Beyond Light update, specifically in Season 14. So previous to Beyond Light and these newer armour pieces being introduced, exotic armour was always acquired at random through exotic engrams or campaign story content, or you can pick it up at Xur. Now, there is a way to target farm exotic armour pieces through Legend and Master Lost Sectors. So if you complete these activities solo, then there's a chance of the exotic armour to drop for you. So every day, the Legend, currently they're 1310, and the Master, that's 1340, those Lost Sectors rotate, with 2 available each day across Europa, the Cosmodrome, the Moon, and also the Tangled Shore. So as well as the location for Legend and Master Lost Sectors rotating, the rewards rotate too, with different armour pieces for the head, arms, chest, and also legs. And if you want to check out the location and the rewards, then you can do in-game by completing the Lost Sectors on the regular difficulty and then check on the map. And the Legend and the Master Lost Sectors are indicated as a blue shield icon. Another good way to check them out is a tool called todayindestiny.com. This will quickly tell you the location plus what the reward is, and I thoroughly recommend todayindestiny.com, and I'll stick a link down below for your ease of use. So to get Star Eater scales, you want to look out for the exotic leg rewards on the Legend and Master Lost Sector rotation. Then if you complete that Lost Sector solo as a hunter, you get a chance for that reward, and if you don't get it the first time, keep trying and you'll get it after a few tries. Well, next up, let's have a look at a hunter PVE build for Star Eater scales. So first of all, I'm going to look at the subclass. I'm going to be pairing Star Eater scales with Way of the Sharpshooter, so that is Bottom Tree Gunslinger. There's a few perks on the tree here that are going to come in handy. So first of all, we've got Knife Juggler, so throw a knife from distance. Precision knife kills with the melee ability, immediately recharge it. You've got Practice Makes Perfect, so enter a trance with each precision hit, reducing the cooldown of your super. We've got Line 'em Up, so precision hits with the Golden Gun increase its damage and extend the duration. And we've also got Crowd Pleaser, so enables precision damage with Golden Gun, and precision hits with Golden Gun generate orbs of light. So Practice Makes Perfect is really good because it reduces the cooldown of your super, and we want that because the aim is to get the super as much as possible. And Crowd Pleaser enables precision damage from Golden Gun. And Line 'em Up is really good because we get that damage increase for maximum DPS. So the aim here with our exotic and our subclass pairing is to maximise the DPS. The Star Eater scales gives us that increase to the overall damage, and then Line 'em Up increases the damage again, and then Crowd Pleaser enables that precision damage. So really, it's a triple buff to the damage. Well, next up, let's have a look at the weapons to use. So when it comes to the weapons, ideally you want to be using anything masterworked, as this is going to create orbs of power, which will power up the Star Eater scales. The objective here is to get as charged as possible before unleashing your super. So in my kinetic slot, I'm using Fatebringer. So this is a legendary kinetic hand cannon with an adaptive frame. You get that one from the Vault of Glass raid. If you've got Firefly, well, all the better. So this has been my main go-to kinetic weapon since it came out. it's definitely 10 out of 10 recommended. Well, next up in my energy slot, I'm using Salvage's Salvo. This one comes masterworked, and it's a legendary energy arc grenade launcher with a lightweight frame. It's really good because you don't have to do any work with it. It already comes masterworked. Plus, you've got Demolitionist and Chain Reaction, other really good perks too, and you can kind of mix and match. And Salvage's Salvo is extra good, especially paired with Breach and Clear. So as I mentioned before, one of the main benefits is it comes fully masterworked, and that is going to be needed to get the Orbs of Power to charge up your exotic. Finally, in the power slot, I'm using Deathbringer. So this one is the exotic power rocket launcher. Comes with Dart Deliverance. So fires remotely detonated projectiles that drop void orbs on combatants. So you fire and then release to detonate. It comes with Dark Descent too, so the further the orb falls, the more powerful its detonation becomes. This one is even more powerful thanks to its new catalyst, making it great for DPS and PvE content, and the catalyst is also going to help us create those orbs, which is going to help power up Star Eater scales. You can get this one from a quest on the moon as part of the Shadowkeep exotics. Finally, let's have a look at the mods. I'm using Breach and Clear, so when using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion or breaking a combatant's shields, reloads your stowed weapons and causes the combatant to take increased damage for a short duration. This is hands down probably the best mod in the whole game right now, so I would use this with any grenade launcher. It's really, really fantastic. Next up, taking charge, so become charged with light by picking up Orbs of Power. Also using Protective Light, so while charged with light, you gain significant damage resistance against combatants when your shields are destroyed. So this effect consumes all stacks of charge with light, and the more stacks consumed, the longer the damage resistance lasts. Finally, Argent Ordnance, so this one is really good with Deathbringer. So when charged with light, readying or firing a rocket launcher grants increased damage and reload speed, so damaging a combatant with a rocket consumes 1 stack of charge with light. So this one is going to give you a nice boost to your damage to that Deathbringer, and if you've got the Catalyst too, you've already got that boost to the damage, so this one is going to be a really nice PvE combination. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments of Star Eater scales, plus if you've got any build improvements, let us know down there in the comments and share with the community. Well, that is it for this guide for how to get these Star Eater scales in Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.
Splicing Max code is like discovering new language. Talking to Vex is good. Better to destroy them. Yes. You often destroy what you do not understand. The Elixir have seen this.